Hello and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. Let's get out of here. I say that, and yet we are going further still. There is a master below to kill, and I bet he's gonna be a dragon. Of course he's gonna be a bloody dragon. Why else would there be serfs everywhere? Dual-wielding flaming swords, that should be a great idea. Actually, it should not. With one sword I'm incredibly accurate, with two I'm not very certain how good I'll be. Just a little bit longer, guys, come on. One more floor. Okay. Sapphire, and what is this? Emeralds. Let's get down here. The stairs ahead have crumbled away, leaving you at the edge of a dark pit. You'll have to proceed down carefully. Climbing back up might be difficult. The shifting rocks and crumbling walls make progress slow and treacherous. In the last stretch before the bottom, I stepped on a loose stone and rode the rest of the way down. I found myself at the bottom of a wide basin, looking up at a titanic boulder in an Adra formation. Great. My reflexes are down. Okay, so I can actually rest here if I wanted to. Okay, let's hope you don't trigger a conversation. Just let's try to scout ahead of all. Don't see anything. An Adra dragon. You've missed a feat there. From under a cloak of gloomy shadow lit only by a sickly hue of the Adra statue emerged what can only be a dragon. Vibrant living Adra plays its hide, and the movement of its great joints is like a grinding of boulders. The dragon stretched itself up in full height, its horns looming like a tower, and then, in the lower of its head, turning a sharp and intelligent gaze to me. They puff up our chests real big and make a loud noise. We might be able to scare it off. Yes, that is correct.
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world. What a journey you have made.
I'm not finished yet, dragon. What a fine and bold heart stands before me. I am not part of your great tale, human. I am, in fact, the end of it.
How fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has cost you is your life.
I am not dead yet. What is this place?
All that remains of a dead man's greatest wish. A grand memorial, or merely a sorry little tomb. More than Ardnua's precious son are buried here, of course. Many more. It is where the Adra veins converge, before descending into the hollows of the world.
That is what calls you all down here in the end, though it lies now beyond reach. Do you feel it now, that you are so close? That pull towards transformation. I have claimed Cad Noah. I cannot let you to threaten the keep.
I have seen your Cad Nua. have seen it rise and fall and rise again. Is it still rubble and weeds, or have you made more of it?
I was here before the Adirians raised a single stone, and I am older than the steps which led you here. I am bound to this soaring memorial, and you are no more master of it than you are of me. Then I am your master, and you will learn to heal. But you are the only one to have come so far. I cannot allow you to leave. Not now that you have seen this place. I am more than a match for you, dragon. Fight me, and you will die here.
Your soul does burn bright, it is true. I expect you will have an interesting tale or two to tell me once you have joined the chorus.
The dragon reared its head, nostrils flaring, and moved towards me, jaw agape. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at that later. Seems like I leveled up, actually. Cool. Just wanna make sure that I look cool when I level up. Because we haven't engaged in battle yet, I can always equip it later. And by later I mean after I level up. Look at how cool that thing looks. Okay, we'll wait for the next level before we raise mechanics. I honestly don't know what to choose here. Secrets of Rhyme. Freeze damage, Spirit of Decay. How about Scion of Flame? 20% burn damage, that will help.
I'm here.
Right. Actually, before that, let's simply give you back your weapons. I'm gonna keep it just a single one. No, let's have two of them. I mean, my accuracy is pretty high anyway. Okay, let's give you lore and survival. Do we need those? We're probably not going to use them. The cipher probes the mind and soul of an enemy target, finding the traits and defenses and stealing them for his own. Trains a portion of the target's damage reduction, granting the same amount as bonus to the cipher. So, a target, we steal damage reduction. Does that mean it's damage reduction that goes down and mine goes up? Let's go with this. Brutal Backlash. The cipher's physical backlash becomes especially traumatic, inflicting a small amount of raw damage. Cool.
Zawa is ready.
Okay, Zawa. You look great with that skull on your head. Sure. Let's see, what should we choose for you? Outlander's Frenzy channels power similar to a Barbarian. Gives you 3 might, 3 constitution, 25% attack speed, 10 deflection, health and endurance are concealed. Should I? 3 times per rest. You can inflict yourself wounds. Yeah, because you are so good at avoiding those things. Scion of Flames. This can give you bird damage. I actually have to take a look at that. There's Fortitude, Nobility of Mortal Presence, Accept Deflection, Armor Speed Penalty, Damage Reduction, Constitution, Resolve, Concentration, Might, Deflection, Will, Reflex, Fortitude, Superior Deflection plus 5, Unarmed Accuracy, and some Dexterity and Will. Okay. And yet your hands were
Zawa
glowing,
is
were they
ready.
not? Well... Sure, let's have lore 5, why not? Enigma's Charm. Once per encounter. And the power of fledgling cipher. No. Oh, just choose that. It doesn't matter. Okay, now you're level 16. A philosopher. Anyway.
Not a sound.
Since I have the highest stealth, I'm gonna scout ahead. And yes, there are enemies here. Great.
I'm here.
It was an Adra gun, so I do want it dead. Oh, and he noticed me. Exactly what I wanted to avoid. Run. Run. Wait. Really? More of them. Want them all dead. Would you hurry up and kill it already? Okay, thank you. And of course you have something we cannot protect against. You too. Run. Really? Go here. Okay, that's good. You're stunned. Is he dead? Good. I don't see any other again. Why is everyone bloody petrified? Sir Champion, take him out. Attack him. Hey, I want you to cast this spell here. And you cast this.
Right.
I need your help.
My bow's ready.
Okay, it seems like this is working. I need them all dead immediately. All of them. Good. And this one as well. Good as well.
Sure. After
Still chasing me, eh? Sure. Just finish that thing off, kill the rest of the Serps. This is definitely not gonna be easy, but I do have an ace in the hole. Take out the priest. Will you stop doing that? Stay there for now. Excellent. Gonna have to trust them that they can do whatever that is needed.
Ready.
He's incredibly slow, so that's an advantage for me. This guy's near dead. Champion, okay. Keep fighting. Attack this guy. Take him out. Itumak, where are you? I want you to focus on this guy. If there are enemies there, I'm gonna have to be forced to use that. Excellent work, everyone here. No, that spell is pretty useful, isn't it? Okay, I should be ready. Everyone's healed. Go! Now don't pretend like you can see me. I know you can't.
Look well before you strike.
Okay. Wow, that is a long time, by the way.
Following your lead.
Why don't we summon a dragon? Send him in. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, I can fight you. You need to fire.
My friends, following your lead.
Summon another one. I am incredibly...
We're down one.
Drake left the party.
Following your lead.
Here's the thing though, I can keep doing that,
Following your lead.
and sooner or later he will die. It's gonna be incredibly later. Maybe it will take me an hour. So, once he becomes wounded, I say. Once he becomes wounded, I'm gonna send the party in, and we're gonna pray that they have enough of endurance to take him out. Or maybe he's gonna come to us. Really? There is no use. Fine. Stay there. Okay, now.
Ready, Watcher. I'm here.
Why don't you go here?
That's on me.
He's drawing closer yet. So, Kana. Summon the dragon.
Following your lead. Stand still.
Fall back. Ouch, that's why I said fall back, damn it. Alright. Now, Kana. Use that spell.
Can't get a good shot.
Really, guys, no. Yeah, he's flanked now. Try to disintegrate him. Oh, right, let's use that. I'm gonna actually have you on F2. You have one more dragon to summon there. Huh. Pathetic and weak. Okay. A new major adventure that expires in 2 days. Yeah, I think we can handle it. Adra Dragon. Let's read about that thing. A full-grown dragon is colossal, taller than most buildings of Kith construction. When at rest, they can easily rise twice that height when rearing up on their legs. Dragons... really? You know, dragons shouldn't have 4 legs, I mean... Anyway, dragons have reached mature stage of their life cycle. Like drakes, they have adapted to fit in their environment, but even more excessively, their coloration, ornation, and even body structure will reflect their chosen territory, as will the attacks and defense they can bring to bear because they have already claimed the territory and rarely face threat from other dragons or drakes. They are more conservative in nature and will not seek unnecessary conflicts. Only dragons can mate. This is generally the only occasion that will cause a dragon to leave its land or seek out other of its kind. Upon reaching the dragon stage, these creatures will assume a sex. You could have said a gender. I mean, okay, I guess you really had to use sex as a word. However, if surrounding population is too heavily skilled, one way or the other, individual dragons can change their sex. As creatures that reach their stage are so rare, this ability is critical to the survival of the species. Dragons are more intelligent than most other sentient beings, but their solitary nature prevents them from interacting meaningfully with other species. Oh, wow. You wanna say something, Kana? I'm gonna take a look at that in a second. What do we get from you? You know, I probably should have used the dragon meat. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Dragon meat dish. What do you give me? Resolve and might. And you give me resolve and might and maximum endurance. It's definitely better if we cook it. By the way, who killed it? The psychic backlash was an amazing. Yeah. I did feel a little bit underleveled for this area, but you know, I had no choice. I mean, this obviously is the last level.
Keeping an eye out.
But it was a safer to save us here. Thank you, Zazar. Well, not just that. I mean, you also had this amazing
Following your lead.
spell, the Moon Whale. Need to make 2 more, just to
Yes?
compensate. Here, you can have this one. Let's level up Ether. Okay. What is this? Field Drake. Allows the healing of a small amount of head on an ally. Graceful retreat, unstoppable body control, mental fortress boost will. Actually, maybe I can give you this. Bears fortitude, plus fortitude. Yeah, this definitely is you, my fighter man. We can always retrain you for what, 5,000? I can throw that money away if I wanted to. What do we have for you? Well, let's just level your mechanics and your stealth, and I guess your athletics. Leave it at that, I don't care. Thorny Roots. You know, I should have probably used that ability from him. Thorny Roots. Sneak attack, offense, defense, stuff and stuff. Sure. Just so be clear. Piercing damage or slash damage for biting roots. Okay.
They'll call you a dragon slayer now. Slayer of Audra dragons, no less. What a trophy it'll make. What a tale, for that matter. Perhaps I'll compose a song about it.
Don't exaggerate. I hardly need to. You did fight the beast after all. The will be going on about it for years. As it is. I'm just getting ahead of the crowd. If you say so.
Step lightly.
Okay, let's take a look now. Are there any secrets nearby? Now, even if we don't have the max level of searching or whatever it is, I still have pretty decent mechanical skills, so I should be able. Why can't you throw a rope? Just start it here and do that. Oh well. Guess we really needed my reflexes to go down for this fight. Doesn't matter. Let's take a look at this. From the eastern reach of the Adir to Old Valia, people of all ages are manifesting a strange and destructive mark somewhere on the inside of their left thigh. There appears to be no common link between the individuals, nor has any of them reported any ill effect from the mark, but few think that it is a herald of good tidings to come. Some well-traveled Valians have claimed that not so a secret society has taken interest in the mark people, and may have something nefarious in mind for them. Oh, they may have something nefarious? Martyr of Constitution. It was difficult for Alot to track down the code that had taken a special interest in the Mark people over such a large area. Eventually, he managed to rout a small cell of the cultists and discovered a wealth in incriminating documents. The group called themselves the White Flame and believed that the Mark of individuals were meant to be vassals for reincarnation of Eothas. The code had started kidnapping marked people and making them hold areas for observation and experimentation. A map that Alot discovered laid out several of these cells, as well as a new location that they intended to target. With the assistance of the shield bearers of St. Alka, Alot was able to raid one of their strongholds in Kethwood. It is unclear if the power of the White Flame is truly broken, but the abductions have stopped shortly after Alot's intervention. Money, Grand Anthem, and Major Item. This strange amulet was once in the possession of the code called the White Flame that was claiming marked individuals all over Eora. They believed that the marked individuals will be instrumental in reincarnating the god Eothas. After your help to raid the stronghold in Catherwood, the power of the code was broken, if not completely eradicated. This amulet was left behind on one of their altars. Okay, an Irish item, we can have that. Okay, why don't you go? This might be an overkill for him. I mean, maybe he's already max level. I should have actually gone up and then
Take a look.
came down again. Adra Toenail is as hard and as smooth as the steel tower shield. Okay, will there be any more enemies here? We just killed your boss, so you shouldn't be that proud of yourself. I might need to retrain myself, actually. I'll think about it. Gold enough to state even drag. Are those books? Well, at least you have your priorities. So do I, in fact. Where did you see those books? And on your throne for myself, I guess. Okay, 1,000 monies and the scepter. This crossbow. This suit of armor. I buried my arms to the shoulders and you still haven't reached. And still hadn't reached the bottom of the pile. Amazing. Sapphire, one of the world's hardest stones and also one of its rarest. And a book that's not really special at all, actually. What is this? A small shield, Little Savior. That sounds like a great nickname for a hero, actually. The Little Savior. Okay, once we get out of here, I'm gonna have to talk to someone. I mean, who's left? We've spoken with Kiana, Eder. I think we need to speak with Sagani, but I think we may have already spoken with her about her children and stuff. Haravis, maybe. Fact is, I need to read all about the weapons and then rest. So you don't have any stairs that lead up except those ones, eh? The adder is so smooth that you can barely feel the mark of a chisel.
I'm on the trail.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
I'm just looking for a way out right now. Okay, let's go back through here. We should also speak with our steward now that we have cleared this area.
Laying low.
Ah, such a great adventure is life. Let's just simply leave. Also, I need to take a look at that armor we found. It looks pretty nice. Okay. And go to Cadnoa. I am expecting a celebration after this amazing feat, also I need to cook the dragon meat. We'll see. Oh,
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
it's night. Well, I guess the party's over, or it never started, but it doesn't matter. Let's see. So, first of all, crafting. Food, dragon meat dish. A stew, dragon meat dish. So it requires vegetable, fruit, and a dragon skin. I mean, yeah, sure. While tough, gamey, and notoriously hard to cook, dragon meat makes for a rich, fatty meal that is said to transfer the beast's strength and power to those that consume it. Now I can purchase that meat. I'm just gonna save it because... Oh, right. Because we might find a recipe for something better. Or maybe we won't, it doesn't matter. Also, as much as I like the flaming sword because it's amazing, at least in how it looks, I am going to keep this one on me. Just though it's the better weapon. And we can make it legendary now. Because we are level 16, it will require one of the Kraken eyes. Do it. I'm so happy they didn't actually ask me, do you want to do it? Are you certain of it? Now this would actually look good with a cape, I think. Let's take a look. Which one of you has a cape to share? Don't even have a belt, mate. No, it still doesn't look good. Never mind. Looks okay on this one though. Anyway. Right. Now I actually want to craft another Scroll of Whale because this is an amazing spell. Anyway, let's go in and talk to the steward. Maybe she will have something to say and give me.
You've done it! I felt the change from here. It's as if there was a noise, a voice, underlying every sound in the keep, and I had simply ceased to notice. The silence now seems almost strange. You have done what the Earls, their descendants, and hosts of explorers could not. There is nobody left to challenge your claim. You are well and truly master of Cadnua. We have known that from the beginning, of course. But now, all the world will know and share my pride in your accomplishments.
That's real funny. What is the state of keep? Thanks to you, my lord, this keep only reflects what you have done for us. A monument, if you will. I've kept you too long, haven't I? I'll give you my report. Sure. Okay, that's nice. I mean, we should probably rest, but before that, I have a question. Party, no, not this. Well, maybe this. Let's see if I dismiss you and hire you. Yep, you are also leveled up. Alrighty. Veterans recovery, offensive, defensive. Should I give you fast runner? Movement speed, defense when disengaging. Wound binding. Just so I'd be certain, what exactly do you have? Field Trage, Secret of Rim, Wild Strike Freeze, Greater Wild Strike Freeze, Bear's Fortitude, Ghost Hunter, Snake's Reflexes. Cool. Why don't we give you Superior Deflection as well? It may not be the best thing in the world, but it will suffice. So.
Yeah?
Right, something else I wanted to do actually. How do I retrain? I think I actually have to be in an inn to do that.
Safe travels.
What did you do? Death blow, sap. This was a pretty decent skill.
Right here.
Not very far from level up as well.
Yeah?
We've definitely still
Need something?
Tell me about our Glamfot. It's a verdant land of history, culture, and natural beauty. and we already have enough unwanted trespassers, so I recommend never visit. But do you miss it? Used to, he said, with a slight flow. He scratched his shattered ear and looked eastward. It's home. I'll go back eventually, but... See this? I know just a seed, but I've never seen this type before. I'm itching to find out what grows from it. Every day I see something new out here. I'll return home eventually, but for now my curiosity exceeds my nostalgia sevenfold. Why should I avoid Air Glanfath? There are no cities to visit, no centers of commerce to explore. It would seem most visitors come to our land to pillage the Ingwidian ruins. The ancient Ingwidians have given forests to our ancestors and in return watch their ruins and see to it that they remain untouched. And before you ask, no, we don't have a secret passphrase or hand gesture. Nobody enters the ruins, not even the guardians and watchers. What can you tell me about your tribe? I'm from the Fisher Crane tribe. Most of my people live far from the southeast and around the Thane Bog. The tribe is not one of the great renown, but they, protect their land and accustomed with the sacred oath of old. And as much as it pains me to say it, I wouldn't want any other tribe's name attached to my own. Did you grow up in the bog? Only briefly. Here, let me show you something. Don't commit any of it to memory, please. Chris rolls up his sleeves and shows you his forearms. And so the brown fur on his arm is lined with faint stains of henna and scar tissue. This is where I grew up, on the Mirgen Trail. I had it marked on my arm during my training. While much of the tribe guards the Trident Bog years around, many of us, including the Psycho of Hogue and Ivy, honor the oath by patrolling the lesser-known ruins scattered throughout the land. We each houses take out what we can carry and move camp every 2 moons to ensure that all of our secret sites are visited at regular intervals. This nomadic patrol is how my druid Psycho came to name itself. We psycho and protect like hawks, but we only ever perch on ivy of the ruins. That is, nearby trees, never to enter the buildings. Why aren't the Fisher Crane well regarded? Because the other tribes are inseparable, Simling spawn. He grinned boredly and stared at you for several moments. I suppose the Fisher Cranes have a reputation for being passive and reluctant to fight, which is another way of saying the other tribes fight hard while we fight smart. Our namesake, the Fisher Crane, is a marshland raptor and remains sharks, still foam sunrise to noon. We are invisible stewards of the land, and patient hunters of those who trespass. The three-tusked Stagler tribe see to our method as soft and unbecoming, but I hear they use the same word for cousin as they do for whore in their dialect. Just an observation. Can you join a different tribe? These are tribes that would take me, the twice split arrow, adopt outcasts like myself, but their ways are not my own. Some of them even live on the roofs. How obtuse. I long for home, not just any home, but will has made my wandering faithful, and I accept that I may not be until my soul passes that I rejoin the Fisher Crane. Okay? Are most Erlan in Air Glanfath wild?
Wild? Yes, I suppose all of us were a bit wild as my tribe was migratory and we didn't live in permanent houses.
That's not what I meant.
But I understand what you're trying to ask. Yes, a slight plurality of Glanfath and Orlans have forest plumage. Growing up with meadow plumage, I was assumed to be weaker than others my age. The huntmaster of my tribe only chose apprentices from the forested kin, or rather, wild Orlans, as they're called amongst slave-owning bigots, as well as bigots too broke to own slaves. I grew up in Air Glanfath, specifically in and around Thane Bog. My people, the Fisher Crane tribe, are migrant stewards of the land. I've walked the whole of Glanfath many times. What would you like to know?
Okay. Wait, we're not done here.
Yeah? Need something?
What do Guanfatians think of Dawood and its people? Foreign looters obsessed with wealth and wine, may their bows be obscured with pus-whipping nobles. Every one of them. Not that you're asking a natural party. When I was an insufferable child, and I usually was, my parent told me Dawoodians would enslave me, in this life and the next, if I didn't behave. But I'm in their land now, and I will, in interest of academic fairness, admit that I've met several decent, mostly non-rabid Dawoodians, but my suspicion about them all being drunkards has proved entirely accurate. I wonder what great wonders they'd accomplish if they all sobered up.
I grew up in Glonfoth, specifically in and around What would you like to know?
Okay,
Yeah? Need something?
can we discuss our party
Curious
members?
about your compatriots? Whom in particular?
What do you think of Heather?
He's nasty, brutish, and tall. So, 2/3 like me, I suppose. The circumference of his neck exceeds the circumference of my torso at its thickest point. They sure do breed them big and dumb in the Deerwood, don't they? No, I'm being a brat. Truthfully, I think the guy's a lot more gentle than he pretends. He's certainly got a big heart for animals, at least, which is rather telling of who he is under that soldier exterior.
Yeah, I was left with the impression that he likes animals too. Wow, I actually look amazing with that and the sword. What do you think about Sagani?
She actually steps lightly when we travel outdoors, which is more than I could say for the rest of you. They do things differently where she's from, but she knows her way around the woods almost as well as I do. Almost.
And Kana?
Oh, I think I could fit 3 of me, plus a remainder of a 4th Haravius inside that giant. Gods, am I glad he's friendly. And between you and me, he has a better singing voice than the prettiest lasses I know from my tribe. It's 1 part unsettling, 2 parts arousing, and it makes me wish I still had both ears. We can speak another time. Lead the way.
Oh, so you like
Need
him.
something?
Alright, so... I do need to level you up as well at some point. With major adventure, okay? We need to level you up, and you.
May Wal watch your step.
In party available for hire. Here, of course, I like this guy because
If you say so.
I've always been a fan of unarmed fighting. Okay, maybe I'll switch for this dress. I mean, gold and red. And I like the net part. Speaking of which, how would this look on you? Also, the gloves look cool. And the boots, I love the boots. As always, I'm a big fan of good boots. Anyway, let's read about this thing. The superbly crafted set of armor is dyed dark maroon, the dye as uneven and splotchy, making it look like it was colored by an amateur. In a way, it was Vagatea Rugia, Red Vengeance, was worn by a young valiant woman who witnessed the murder of her family at the hands of mercenaries, serving a powerful duchess. When the authorities questioned her, she pretended that trauma had erased the memory of the incident, yet while she fainted shock-inclined oblivious, she trained in secret. Since she couldn't wear armor or weapons without attracting attention, she took up work as seamstress and learned to sew sturdy garments that would protect her without generating too much of notice. She also refitted a stiletto with the handle of an owl, allowing her to carry it without raising suspicion. By the time she began hunting her family's killers, she was quick with her stiletto and impulsive in her padded armor. She assassinated them one by one, each time soaking their pieces and her garment in the blood of her latest victim. Also, it's literal blood. It doesn't matter, I like how it looks, I'm keeping it. Okay, I'm gonna have you here. Yes, I know this hood is supposed to be amazing, but it gives you just one perception into stealth. I don't mind not wearing a helmet. Okay, let's take a look at this. It has a small biography. Little Savior was nicknamed given to the Orlan warrior from the Gilded Compass tribe who defended Clonfathians and settlers alike during the Broken Stone War. He argued for peace, and any who would listen, few did, and so he reluctantly threw himself into the countless battles, stalling aggressors while the defenseless fled. Cool. Okay, what kind of superb? Oh. Recovery speed? Retaliation? Really? %10 damage to flank the target. And again, I think he looks amazing with that thing on. Yes, even the sun in his neck doesn't actually bother me that much. Now that I mention it, it does. Anyway... just can't get enough of them. Anyway, resolution. We know about resolution. The Wendgar, or the White Spear, Wind Spear, was once a heirloom in a powerful house that served the first Ferkioing and Makawens of Adir. When the Adirian Empire formed, Wedgriar was carried at the head of an unfailing army and used to strike down the leaders of opposing forces from a great distance. One of the earliest effective crossbows, its accuracy shattered the resolve of many would-be resistors. Would-be resistors? Say so. No, I should have probably eaten that dragon meat before we encountered the dragon. Vitente med principi. Vitempe med principi, power of princes. Oh, I thought it was power of principles, but whatever. Was recovered by a valiant adventurer pillaging Ingwitian ruins. When he and his party found themselves beaten by a clan of Seraphs, he put a new-found weapon to work, bringing them to their knees. With a scepter, a powerful attack. As they fought, his friends noticed the exclaimed, "That has power of the princes. They kneel before you." It is also a superb weapon. Well, that was actually kind of amazing, wasn't it? Anyway. Constitution +3. Do we need that? This gives you Constitution +2, Guardian Spirit, on unconscious. I guess I can wear that. Intelligence and Resolve. How much is your lore again? I totally forgot. Let's see. Lore 12. Okay, Kiana, how much is your lore? 14. Huh. Because he's a chanter and a scholar. Base is 10. Okay, what about you? A cipher and an artist, base is 9. Sure, why not? Level 6 grows, you say. Okay, I say we rest. We've done quite a lot of reading right now. You know what I want? I want to go to the library and take all the books from there. Cool. So how many potions do I need? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 potions. So should we craft them? Six potions, which will give me... Honestly, that's easily done. Let's start with you. You can have this potion back. That's the Orb potion, which we will never use probably. You can have this, and you can have these. And this one gives you damage reduction, freeze, or something. So we won't forget, this is our spell. This will make us win any battle. I'm gonna need that. And again, I will need to retrain my character. Actually, I'm going to have to give these lockpicks to someone else. I think I'm gonna give them to Eder. There.
Let's see what lies this at all these books. I don't suppose we could stay here a while.
Of course we can. Once we fill our inventory, we're gonna look for books that we have most likely read. Why don't you have all the books in one place, damn it? Okay, let's take a look then. Life of Discoveries in Pentagram. I do believe we've read this one. Item types. Yeah. Dunred Row, definitely have read this one. Todd Burglar, Idewoodian Farce, Part 1. Okay, I'm gonna keep those two for now, I'm not certain that we've read it. Edric Harbert. Okay. And Gavin Wrecked, definitely have read about Wrecked. Theosian Prayers. Baratian Scripture. Animals in the Modern Age. This, I don't remember it. Oh, yes, I've read that. Adrian Customs. Definitely have read this one as well, I believe. Admin Harrod, Part 2. Rebellion. Part 1. Rise to Power. Read those two as well. Midwife's Memories, Book of the Hunt, and 10 Years of Dawn. All of these books we have read before. Why don't you go and pick them up one by one? Okay, let's go back to the inventory. We have 2 puppies, a yellow lab and a warpup. Already boasts a disciplined bearing, but only until it spots something to play with. Please never grow up. Also, we have been here for a year, I guess. Shouldn't you be a little bit more matured? This small yellow dog seems significantly happy to accompany you, panting merrily as it loops beside you. Right. Many Faces of Barat? Give Brigand Ivan. I do believe I've read this as well. I love my governor so dearly. Yes. The Enigmatic God of Code. Now this I don't remember actually. Oh yes, I have. The Final Journal of Janos. Massive of the Hand Code. The Queen that was and still is. Blacksmith Knight Short History, yep. Adrian Empire Part 2. Empire Part 1. Saint Woden. Skinner Scripture. The Dozens, oh my lord. Iraqian Calendar. I should have so much lore because of these books. The Great Western Stag. One day, Iota sitting on a wall, watching a cat play in the sun. Yes, I remember this as well. A prey that can never be caught, I said. Well, they were wrong. I need to empty my inventory at some point. The Fangs. Part 6. Part 5. 4. Okay, I read these two as well. Nasak Poetry Compilation. Monsters of the Archipelago. Benediction. Senior Ranks. Lower Ranks. House Duhamel. The Reflection, Function and Efficiency. That book we have 7 copies of already. Elementary Glenfathan. And Adrian Dialects. The fact is, every book in this library I've already read, at least once. This map shows Dawood's old colonial borders. The settlement code New Dolorin is marked in the place of a present-day Defiance Bay. Yeah, sure. Psalm and Whitaker. The most unfortunate tale. Yeah, I remember this as well. It sucked. The Wounds of the Aura, Saints War, The Overthrow, and Saints War 2, The Invasion. That's it. Every single one of these books I've already read once. Let's rest. And I think this is where I'm gonna end the episode. Oh, wow. Been running through those books for 10 minutes. Next episode's gonna be boring as well because I will need to rearrange my inventory, and by that I mean sell every garbage weapon we have. So, right, as I was saying, let's just stand in front of my throne, next to the woman. And my spudder. Cool. Anyway, this is where I'm going to end the episode. Thank you all for joining me, and I'm going to see you all next time. Goodbye.